Hello, hello, hello. It is I, Serpent, and we're still doing our sponsorship with Once Human, which I've been playing quite a lot of lately. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different. So we are streaming Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is two Assassin's Creeds ago, because I'm a little bit slow keeping up with this series. I like to do it in order. This is a game I've been doing for some time, so I'm a little bit halfway through conquering England here. As you can see from the map, I've explored quite a bit of Mercia, but today we're going to be going down to not there. Where is it? Kent. Yes, Kent. Which, because this is an old game, an olden timesy thing, is spelled Sent, but it's pronounced Kent. It's still pronounced Kent, just as it is today. That area southeast of London, which is also spelled weird. Everything's spelled weird because back in ancient times, the English didn't know how to speak English. I'm so glad they eventually learned. Of course, they don't speak it as well as us Americans. Y'all, howdy. We're going to go take to the Swan Road, the Norse metaphorical term for river, and head down to Kent. What this is. We go. We're taking to the Swan Road, which means going by ship. This is my ship, my sturdy crew of Norsemen. The correct term, of course, is Norse, not Vikings. Yeah. Viking is what you did. It was a profession. You were a Viking when you were raiding places, and I will be raiding places. So we are going Viking, as it were. For instance, I don't see any monasteries quite where we are, but oh, wait. Apparently, I did not get the quest for this. I thought I had, but I did not. So you're going to get a chance to see the longhouse I've got set up here. I need to build uh, I need to build some more places here too, but I need more supplies for that. You get supplies by raiding monasteries in true Viking fashion. My Eivor is a woman, but not because I chose that. Interesting. There's a fun little option in this game that lets the game decide what gender Eivor is going to be, and I chose that. And the game has so far chosen to make her a woman, which I think is fine. She kind of works, honestly. It works with the story because the story has your brother, your adopted brother, who's going a little bit power mad, but you are expected to be very loyal to him. And I'm trying to be. Okay. Okay, is a traitor. And bad news. and a member of the Order of Ancients, which those who have played the Assassin's Creed games might know better as the Templars. But of course, this takes place before the Templars existed, really. So they're the Order of Ancients here. She is bad news. She's not the main bad guy in this game, I don't think, but she's definitely the highest ranking bad guy that I know of. We haven't discovered who's the power behind her yet. So we're going to pledge to Kent. The goal here is to get allies. This is my brother, Sigurd's wife, who it was an arranged marriage. She's not very happy in it. While Sigurd was off Viking in Norway, uh, I stayed at home, and we became very close friends. And she's kind of in love with me, but I am insisting on being loyal to Sigurd, so I am not pursuing that. And in fact, I have a steady girlfriend in the village. But as you can see, the Black Ravens are territories that have already pledged themselves to us and the Raven Clan. There's no game audio. Why is there no game audio? There should be. Let me fix this. I bet I know exactly what the problem is. I bet I know exactly what the problem is. Da-da. A second. Let me be right back real quick so that I can get this set up. This won't take long. Again, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what the problem is. Enjoy the music in the meantime.
Wow, tech support here.
It's head support. Hang on, we're back on now because I can't put in the new audio capture without being on the right screen. So you're going to actually get to see me work here. Again, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what's going on here. Pretty sure the audio for the games was not set up properly since I'm streaming this game for the first time.
It happens. There you go. I just heard it come
How
through.
about that?
You're all good.
Okay, we're hearing the sound now. Should be. It's saying that we're hearing the sound. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, there's an option to romance my adopted brother's wife. I have chosen not to take that option. As you can see by the map, the Black Ravens are places that have already pledged themselves as our allies. So I'm doing pretty well. We've still got some people in the north to work with. And then, of course, this guy right here, which is Vinland, over in this far-off, distant land.
Dag, Basim has brought word of Sigurd's location. We're leaving at once to find him.
Well done, Eivor. After so long, it finally occurs to you to search for our Jarl. I applaud your half-hearted effort, but I will not be joining you
at some point.
Dag, this is no joke. On the ship, now.
Someone needs to stay home and direct the affairs of the settlement. As you seem to shun this place as often as possible, it must fall to me.
Yeah, I want to be able to keep an eye on him. This conflict has been a long time coming.
Sigurd's life is at stake. We need you there.
No, I am needed here.
Do you doubt me so completely that you will not raise an axe to save your Jarl?
A fine way of putting it, wolf-kissed. But go, find the Jarl, bring him back. Only do not get lost along the way, as you seem to more and more these days.
This is not done, Dag. We will speak when I return.
Dag is... How to best put this? Dag is not a man who thinks very often. Dag is a man who has an idea in his head, decides that idea is correct, and then just kind of goes with that, which causes problems. Wait, no, that's not where I want to go. Never mind. We'll just leave. There's an option on the ships to tell stories and either tell stories or sing songs. And if you tell stories, the stories alternate between an actual good storyteller and Dag being ridiculous. Anyways, you'll see I have a cat
Through the
in the
waves.
ship because that's good luck. You always keep a cat in the ship.
Need to row our way out. Sing, my ravens.
Let's switch to
Sail!
stories.
Sail!
Let's switch to stories
Sail!
over that
When I
Dag
was
here.
11 winters old, I was the youngest of my favorite cousins. A wild and rowdy bunch of boys and girls. Together with our parents, we attended a feast at the home of Halfdan the Black of the House of Yngling.
I love these
To toughen
stories.
our patience, our parents set us with the old woman, who ordered us to bake flatbreads and serve it to the noble jarls. After an hour, the flatbreads piled so high into pillars, you could have built a roof over it and called it a longhouse. When our work was done, an older boy, Guthrod, suggested we steal a keg of mead and drown in happiness for our good work. So Guthrod, Mikkel and Åsa snuck into the storeroom and stole the barrel as I stood watch. But when we were spotted, I froze. 3 of Harald's men stopped us. They struck Guthrod and Mikkel and pushed Åsa to the ground. Whose idea was this? They asked. I stood and said, the idea was mine. The meat is for me. One of the men eyed me and said only, that is not true. Then, they moved on.
You Salskjalls got a story.
In my youth, I remember hearing the story of Kalda, a fierce young woman.
Okay, so it's
whose
only
father
Bragi
forbade
telling
her from
stories since
swordplay
Dag's
and
not with
raids.
us.
Kalda had skills to match or surpass any man in the clan. And so it was that her beloved Gapi asked her aboard his ship. Once again,
Lower the
Kalda's
mast!
father forbade her to leave, calling her soft and weak and fragile. But Kalda ignored these insults and left. For a full spring, Kalda and Gapi sailed the coast of Francia,
Face the mast!
raiding and plundering and taking much silver and riches. Then, in the early weeks
More
of summer,
sail!
a passing ship gave Kalda the news that her mother had died suddenly. Kalda was grief-stricken. Kalda returned quickly home, only to find her mother there, alive and standing quietly beside her father. Kalda was confused. Kalda's father spoke with a sour voice. I sent the tale of your mother's death, for you were insolent. But now you are home, where you must stay. Hearing these words, Kalda pulsed hot with rage. She slew her father and fled back to her ship, then set a swift
Run up
sail
the sail!
for the horizon.
Good for her. I love that for her. It's a good story. They seem a little extreme to our way of thinking, but, you know, different time, different place. Let's see what I've got in my inventory. What is it telling me I have? Probably just a rune. Yes. Runes are things you can slot into your weapons and armor to make them better. Got some new bows, including the superior predator bow that I'm eventually going to want to upgrade. Speaking of upgrading, looks like I could do some upgrading. Let's do that. Yes. Upgrade my axe. I am one-handing the axe because I have a bunch of skills that improve when I am one-handing a weapon. So that is why I am one-handing that axe. Find and speak with Basim. Basim is one of the hidden ones because, again, since this is prior to the Crusades, the word assassin is not yet being used. So the assassins are the hidden ones. The Order of the Ancients are the Templars, or Abstergo, for those of you who follow the game series. Speaking of Abstergo, the meta story here is that Layla Hassan, a former Abstergo employee, has been kind of possessed by an ancient artifact and is going insane. So the reason she is diving into Eivor's life is in hopes of finding a way to deal with that little problem. So one can only hope. One can only hope that we stop being insane. I could quick travel a little bit closer, but honestly, I really love the river travel in this game. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. The English countryside. So lovely. The game really does a good job of showing England at its most lovely. Right now we've got Oxenfordshire, which of course is going to be Oxfordshire, and Essex, which of course will be, Essex. They're just going to drop the E from that in modern times. It helps with geography too, because being somewhat of an Anglophile. I wouldn't call myself a full Anglophile, but there's definitely a number of things about English culture, and especially English pop culture, that I really do love. But being a fan of Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Who and some other British shows, things like that, I am of course familiar with these places. But actually having to travel back and forth to them really helps cement the geography in my head, which is nice. And of course I get to do this while raiding the countryside. This game does a good job of exploding lots of myths. Oh, look at that. Where's that at? Oh, that's in Essex. We're not raiding Essex yet. We're not raiding Essex yet. Trying to do things in order. The game does a good job about exploding a lot of Viking myths. For instance, we're not just raiders. We have a settlement. A lot of the places we're trying to make peace with are also run by Danes, run by the Norse. Because Danes were not just raiders, they were colonizers. Colonizer has very bad implications to it, which kind of fit. After all, they did come in and, slaughter a bunch of Saxons, a bunch of Britons, but also the Saxons were colonizers who had colonized the Britons, and England is just kind of a history of colonizers stacking on top of each other. It's not quite the same because there was so much cultural mixing and cultural back and forth, so you don't have quite the same implications as you do with more recent colonizing, when you had an industrial nation kind of steamrolling.
I should find him soon.
Ah. Where are we going with this? So we need to go there, which means this is probably where we need to get off. Rolling Stone Bandit Camp. Well,
Look there! Enemy camp, Eivor!
well, I don't like bandits. But anyway, since the Danes were not particularly superior technologically culture, it doesn't quite have the same implications as you know, when an industrialized nation just kind of steamrolls over everything. But it's still not a great thing. I mean, one of the things you have to deal with in this game is the fact that Eivor's morality is Eivor's morality is not what you consider acceptable morality. She really sees no problem with killing people to get what she wants. And in fact, there we go. And in fact, she has, you know, dreams of eventually going to Valhalla, which means she has to die in battle in her axe era. These raids are fun. It's not about killing everybody, although practically speaking, you kind of have to.
Looks right for you. Shit.
It's about
faster.
it's about getting all the treasure. Great place. Oh, I set things on fire. I set lots of things on fire. Many things are on fire now, and I let free a boar. There we go. What a... What's in here? Another boar. Boars were dangerous creatures. Very dangerous creatures. Okay. Let's see what kind of treasures I can find in here. You can see where, as I ping with my Odin sight, which is what it's called in this game. Odin sight. Odin sometimes shows up and talks to me, by the way. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Probably something to do with the Isu or predecessors that were called in early games.
You die now.
But, I'm pretty much doing basic stuff here because it's not particularly challenging. But there's all sorts of cool stuff I can do. Like, oh, I can't call it inside.
Right! Let's get back to the ship!
Apparently that was killing everybody. Okay. However, there are still some minor treasures. You don't have to get all the treasures to complete a raid. But of course I prefer to get all the treasures. Because why else would you do this? Ah. Let's see. That didn't work. Let's try to do it this way. There we go. Something to read. Firm instructions. Canute. How many times do I have to tell you to keep that book thing out of the way of Bertha? You know that won't eat anything, like literally. I don't know what is in that book. Something important, definitely, and now half the pages have been nibbled. Get somewhere safe. Perhaps this is what is safe? No, that's just silver and supplies. Oh, I saw another treasure ping around here. Ah, there it is. Oh, another cage. There's another boar. No, there's nothing in that one. See, I like to set the animals free. Huh, what are you hiding, Stone? Nothing. You are hiding nothing. Maybe... Ah, I see. I see, because I bet I can't climb that as it is. No, I can't. Alright, I need to move the stone into place. Nice little puzzle we have going on there. There we are. I like freeing everything from cages when I can, but of course, most of the caged animals are hostile, and so then I have to kill them in self-defense, which, you know, if this were not a video game, I would have some concerns about the morality of that. But then, if this were not a video game, I'd have some concerns about the morality of a whole lot of things I do. Because again, Eivor's morality is not really aligned with what we traditionally, in the modern day, would consider to be moral. Oh, there's something. See, it's glowing red. That means, oh, wolves. Ah, wolves. Nope. That is still a boar. See, I get wild boar tusks from those. Wild boar tusks are nice. They sell for a lot. Boy, this one is causing me some trouble. That was one of my special abilities, that sort of leaping jump. That's right, you caused me trouble, I slit your throat. That's what happens. It is Viking way. I always like to check the map after I've done these raids just to make sure I'm not missing anything. In this case, I am missing 2 things, which I can mark on my map like so. And now let's see. This one is glowing white, which means it's going to be a special artifact or something else weird like that. Uh-huh. Okay, well that was an opal, which is nice, but not nice enough to actually be marked. It is another boar! Yes! So many boars. And that was a Roman mask, which is nice. I believe that gives me 10 Roman masks, which is enough to trade into the essentially Roman back at my settlement. I've got a guy who's really into Rome. He calls himself Octavius. Octavius is not his name. He's essentially an otaku, but for Rome. Or I suppose weeaboo would be a better word for that. Ah, there were 2 of them! Did not know for a second. You know what? There you go, Edax. Another one of my special abilities. The gold bars there are my stamina. As they fill up, I can utilize special abilities. Wow, there used to be something in here. That looks like a horse. There is a minor treasure here. Let's try to get that. These guys really did just kind of leave boars lying around everywhere. It seems unsanitary. Brief flash of bad guys that you might not have seen. That is because underneath one of those jars was a snake. But I was attacking so swiftly that the snake is now dead. It's always a good idea to follow up. Did I just set myself on fire? No, I just set the cage on fire. Which was still not my intention, but okay. It is always a good idea to do an extra swing when you break jars or crates, because there are sometimes snakes. And the snakes are very poisonous. Of course, in reality, England also has a lot of non-poisonous snakes, but they have not been coded into this game. This game just has the poisonous ones, which I feel is anti-snake propaganda, and as a snake, I won't stand for it. That is not the way in. Where can I get into this Roman ruin? Another fun thing about this is that it really does establish, like, we don't, I think because we're so familiar with the culture, we don't really think of England as an ancient cultural touchstone. But it was. There are Roman ruins all over the place in England because, of course, the Romans showed up in England. They conquered England. They left ruins all around. That's the thing that this game really does drive home, is the fact that there really are some fascinating historical ruins all over England, even as we're sitting here in the 9th century, and it's not. There's something in there. What is that? That's a tooth! Get a tooth! But yeah, all sorts of fun Roman ruins from the time of Hadrian. The people of England, both in this age and in modern day, are rightfully proud of it. Because, you know, you have ruins of an ancient civilization around. You're going to be proud of it. The burst of fire is something that I have with my weapon. I have a divine level weapon that causes fire after a certain number of chains of strong attacks, and after a certain number of chains of attacks, causes ice to fall from the sky. So depending on the attacks I do, I can bring fire or ice, which is pretty fun. Let's see. Where is that thing? There it is, up there. How do I get to it? I will need to jump from there. And maybe there? Let's climb on top of Satan here. I don't think that's actually Satan. But we'll call it that for the purposes of this stream. Want to drop onto that? Nope. Nope, that didn't work. Climb onto Satan again. Again is almost certainly not Satan. There we go. Now, the platforming in the Assassin's Creed games, especially the later ones, is generally really good. But but because it tracks where you're going, so that you can move swifter, like you're guided along ridges and stuff like that. Because of that, it can sometimes be difficult to jump off of a ridge directly to me. That can be a problem. Dive of the Valkyries, which is something I use. Dive of the Valkyries is that thing where I jump up in the air that I used earlier and then smash somebody. And now that also stuns people in a radius, which is fantastic. That makes everything better for me. I am deadlier than ever. Yes, I do now have 10 Roman masks, which means when I return to the settlement, after I have conquered Kent, I will be able to trade those in with to Octavius. And I believe that is it. Yes, I believe that is it. So now we'll be heading inland to actually do, you know, the quest what I was supposed to do. Hag accused me of often getting lost when I go to do these things. Maybe he was right. Am I a bad leader? No, it's the children that are wrong. Also, how the heck do I get out of here? That looks like an exterior door.
I should be cautious around here.
But I've already killed everybody, Eivor. I don't need to actually be cautious. Yes, here we go. Okay, this is too much for... Mount is not available. My horse can't get here. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This would never happen if my mount was a more faithful animal. In fact, let's make my mount a more faithful animal. And what kind of animal do you think of when you think of faithfulness? Oh, I've got to be at a stable to switch horses. That's right, I can't do it from inventory like I could in previous games. Oh well, never mind. Hold that joke for later. But now that I'm out of that little cubbyhole, I should be able to... Don't run from me, horse! Horse likes to run from me. This is another reason why he will soon be blue. Everything's kind of dreary there. There we go. Breaking out of the dreariness. Let's find a road. Looks like the road is to the north. Let's head to the north. Let's see if we can find ourselves a road. There's a road.
You killed him!
Hi.
Die!
Something that's different about this game than previous Assassin's Creeds is it is not easy to attack
Come here, fool!
from horseback. Horseback, you pretty much just sort of kick out. You don't do the one fun riding slashes that you could do in previous ones, which, meh, I understand why they do it, because they want an emphasis on ground combat. Put up my hood so I'm not as easily detectable. They want an emphasis on ground combat because, you know, Vikings, you know, clashes of melee fighters, that kind of thing. It's thematic. Really? More of these guys? There's just bandits everywhere in Kent. What is wrong with Kent? Oh, there's still one. But still, it's a little bit annoying that I can't just, like, you know, swing an axe from horseback. Now, you can dual wield in this game. Again, the reason I don't is because I have some fun skill perks that help when I am only wielding a one-handed weapon with no shield or second weapon. But you can dual wield. You can also sword and shield it, or weapon and shield it, rather. The different weapons actually have different styles too, which I like very much. Not just different visual styles, but actually require you to use different tactics. It is very different wielding a Dane axe like I've got versus wielding a spear, or wielding a dagger, or something like that. Well, these guys are gonna have to die. Oh, they're turning away from me. That's gonna be nice. Hi, guy. What you doing?
Whoa. Hey! You're dead.
Since I'm here, let's see what's going on here. Looks like boars. Looks like boars are going on here.
Away, cursed tusks! Return to the Beastmaster and
Oh, there's somebody definitely calling for help who needs me to rescue them from these boars. At this point, I am pretty advanced.
I did not mean to snare the she-wolf. Tell him! Tell your master her blood is not on my hands! Beg him, please! He must remove the curse! The forest and fields have risen up against me, red in tooth and claw!
Love that when I shoot something with an arrow, my raven flies down to loot it. Alright, buddy, what's your deal? You in the house? I think you're in the house. Just grabbed a key. Key lets me unlock the door.
Dead. From fear or something else.
Okay, he's dead. I just heard him
Ramblings
screaming.
of a madman. But the animals, I cannot deny they tormented him.
Fearful ramblings, the Beastmaster. He lives among the animals, more beast than man. He commands all creatures, from the lowly mouse to the fearsome bear. They do his bidding, heinous and cruel. He claims to be nature's protector, but I see him with blood in his teeth, feral and wild like the wolf. And now he has cursed me for my terrible crime. Well, hello, little rats. Wow, there are a lot of you about, aren't there? Lots of
He
rats.
fulfilled his own prophecy, and nature took its revenge.
Oh, okay. So, he killed
That
himself?
stench. Rubbish and rotting food. In his fear, he barricaded himself inside. Little wonder the rats came.
Oh, the rats got it.
Terrified. Believed himself cursed after killing a she-wolf and her cub.
I am doomed. While I was hunting, I came upon a she-wolf and her cubs barely older than one at the setting of the sun. She bared her teeth at me, and though I wanted to flee and leave the mother in peace, she chased me through the trees. I'm ashamed to say I struck her a deadly blow. I did not want them to die, but what could I do? I think the Beastmaster saw my deed, and now he has placed a terrible curse upon me. The boars bellow outside my door. The rats scrabble in the walls. One will get me, I know it. And so they did. And so they did. And the lesson here is, maybe don't be paranoid? I don't know. But the boars were real, though. So, like, curses are real? Maybe? Oh, I'm certainly having no trouble killing things around here. More victims. More bandits. Wonder if this is what Dag meant when he said that I keep getting lost in my journeys.
Time to die!
Just ragdoll him. It's alright, everybody. These are bandits. They're bad people. Although I suppose that sometimes you have to turn to banditry if conditions are bad enough. So maybe what they do is understandable. And I suppose it's not much different than what I do, because I do a lot of raiding and stealing things from people. But you need to understand I'm the protagonist. So it's okay when I do it. Yes, that's the story I'm going with. I think if I follow this road, it will turn towards where I wish to be. Look at this. Look at
Best
how
not to
pretty.
draw attention here.
As long as you draw attention. Oh, that's there. I'll deal with that later. But see, I hardly do any damage to him. Oh, you tried to get me. Hi. My name's Eivor. Unfortunately, like all the Assassin's Creed games, honestly, since Origins, you can play this as a straight-up action game, which I don't particularly care for. You can play it as a straight-up action RPG. I wish they emphasized more sneaky around and assassin-y bits, but you can do a lot of assassin-y bits, and the assassin-y bits are a lot smoother than they were in Odyssey and Origin. So I do like the assassin-y bits, but they're pretty much completely optional. Any enemy stronghold, I could just kind of run in and slaughter them all because I'm better than them, you know? It's like I could go here, and I could say, hey, hello guy, come on over here. So come on over here, don't ignore me.
No moment's peace.
Come on.
Come no closer.
Oh, and he's in the bushes so nobody will see. Dum da dum da dum 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 dum. But you know, that would take time, and it's so much easier just to say, yep. If I can get one before they notice me. Yes! Chain attack. Oh, that was almost. Gotta kill him quick. There, see, that didn't take long at all. These normal everyday moves. Ooh, they had a nickel ingot and some titanium. Nifty. I believe that is my destination. Titanium's necessary for a lot of upgrades. Nickel ingots are necessary to upgrade the quality of your weapons. So weapons... Horse. Horse. There you go, horse. This is why I don't give you a name. See, the combat's pretty fluid. There's lots of things you can do.
Let's spill some minutes.
Oh, missed that one. That was me dodging him and then parrying with, Oh, wait, here's another guy. Hi, other guy. There's all sorts of things you can do in the combat system, and then of course every weapon plays differently, and you can have up to 2 weapons, which means you can try different combos. Ooh, key. Always want keys. But this is my destination, St. Hadrian's Priory, where I'm going to talk to Basram, who was the hidden one accompanying my brother. Let's see what the heck is going on with him. Sorry, Basram, not Basram. Ooh. Quick break to become inebriated. Yes. That's good booze. Yeah, a slight wobble. Like that. Ah! No stained glass for you. Where is he, anyways?
Have a look.
Oh, he's all the way over there. Oh, sure, let's go all the way over there then. Actually, first thing let's do, let's climb that tower and get that synchronization point. Like every Assassin's Creed, you uncover different things on the map by finding these high points marked by the eagle locator. Or I guess in this game it's a raven locator. You climb all the way up, and you observe the surrounding territory. Eivor is one of the slower climbers in the Assassin's Creed franchise, because Eivor tends to be a Viking with sort of a lot of heavy armor and stuff. And now we get to have this nice little cutscene where we see how beautiful the game is. Look at how pretty that is. The English countryside. Yes. Also, looks like that church is on fire. And also those huts. I'm sure I will have to deal with that soon. Actually, I doubt that's fire. There's probably a forge of some kind. Yeah, it's a monastery, so... probably a forge. Oh, I got skill points. Let's allocate those skill points. Right now, I am working towards my combat skill points. So the way skill points work is each of these little ones give you some stuff. Like that advances my abilities with axes and edgars, that advances my ability damage, that advances my melee damage, critical damage, etc., etc., etc. But these big ones give you new abilities. Like this will give me an ability to take a light bow and launch multiple shots at once. And I want that, so we're going to take that. And I am now going to head down here. Yellow is stealth, red is combat, and blue is like ranged and utility and stuff like that. Damage increases the lower your health. That sounds like a good thing to work toward. So we will start working towards that. So we got a new codex entry. What is the codex entry we got? Location. Epinga Forest. We are nowadays accustomed to think of forests as pleasant places to walk. In the Dark Ages, they were dangerous places, rife with spirits and crawling with bandits. Epinga Forest, now Epping Forest, was a haven for criminals preying on travelers from London to the south, and rightfully regarded with suspicion. And the Weald. This ancient site, now in Ashdown Forest, has expansive views over the surrounding land. In Roman times, it was an important center of the iron industry. In the modern day, it is more famous as the inspiration for the 100-Acre Wood in Winnie the Pooh. Not interesting. As with my favorite Assassin's Creed games, or at least my favorite codexes from Assassin's Creed games, the codex entries here are all curated by Sean, the assassin information monger, who has a very snarky sense of humor that oftentimes works its way into the entries, which I adore. And of course, you can do the leap of faith, as you can in every single Assassin's Creed game. Now, let's get to where I can figure out what's going on with my brother. My brother, who has increasingly been less concerned. Well, I want to get those keys first. I'll leave the keys for later. My brother, who has been increasingly less concerned with, the survival of our people, and more concerned
Not
with...
Augustine make a distinction between faith and understanding? That is my point.
So you hold no stock in faith, only in the rational proof. The science of the divine. You're bold to defy your teachings.
No, that's not what I mean. Let me explain, if it might. How to put it? What I mean to say is, faith is paramount. Yes, for without it, Christ's sacrifice means nothing.
He died to save us, did he not? From the original sin of Adam and Eve? Yet evil persists.
Aston,
Yes,
stop trying to
evil
deconvert
persists
the priests.
because he gave us free will.
Does a newborn babe, slain by a despot, have free will?
Yes. No, I mean, that is too simplistic.
Or the priest whose heart is torn from his chest by the wolf? Judas, who was predestined to betray the Nazarene?
Some argue Judas was used.
Do my ears deceive me, Brother Hawkbert? You question the scriptures? Declare Judas an innocent? A preposterous blasphemy!
No, that is not what I said. Brother Cedric, am I not the most pious of his servants?
Out! Out!
Azrim, did you just get a
Making
priest
new friends?
defrocked?
A person's tongue gives you a taste of their heart, Eivor. And such information is often useful.
What a dick
And
thing
how
to
do these sallow Christians taste?
It was only a figure of speech, Eivor. And I have tired of it already.
Is this how it must be between us?
Of course not. I'm grateful that you have come.
Let's see. What does Fulke want with Sigurd?
What happened in Mercia still puzzles me. Fulke saw something in Sigurd. A power. A legacy. What is it she wants?
Her motives are difficult to fathom, but that can come later. Let's find your brother first.
Agreed. If we do this, you'll earn the right to call me friend 10,000-fold. So, what is your plan?
We are deep in their god's heartland, a heathen and a heretic. To hunt Fulke, we'll need a Christian snare.
Fulke is hardly a saint herself. These Christians abhor her strange ideas.
True, but unlike us, she can carry herself as one of them. She won't hide from everyone, not with a prisoner in tow.
So, where to begin?
I've made a friend, Abbot Cunibert, full of pious fire, but with ambition that far outweighs his wit.
And what does your friend Cunibert know?
Come, I will introduce you, and we'll hear the full tale together.
Gonna get him defrocked too? Okay, so Fulke has Sigurd.
Have you found some
In
peace in
her
your time
control.
alone, Basim?
I am always at peace, and never alone.
Oh,
I move among the people of the world with great joy.
don't die on me. Looks like I'm about to crash. I am about to crash. Hang on 1 second while I restart this. This does happen sometimes. After these messages, we'll be right back. should be. Apparently we're not. Oh, there we are. Yes, we are back. All right.
Peace in your time alone, Basim.
I am always at peace. And never alone.
There
I
we
move
go.
among the people of the world with great joy. I watch them, study them, learn from them at all times. This is our duty. The Hidden One's calling.
You know, for the first time since we met, you sound more like your apprentice than yourself.
Surely Hytham sounds like me, if I have taught him well.
Your
like the
creed and your
apprentice more than
tenets,
him.
you mean?
That's right. And our sense of, how should I say, deep responsibility to the betterment of mankind.
That's quite an ambition, but it doesn't explain what you see in Sigurd. My brother is not so generous.
Ah, but your brother is someone special, important, and I want him to see that. I hope to show it to him.
I think Sigurd might have some Isu blood in him. Maybe.
Is this not a blessed plot? God's own country. And this Eden should be given to his servants to tend.
Abbot Cunibert, this is the Norse I spoke of.
Ah, yes. And quite a fearsome one at that.
Basim says you know the paladin Fulke.
Indeed. The Lady Fulke passed this way not more than a month ago. We talked, we drank. Very pleasant woman.
And where is she?
Eivor will be your axe, Abbot, whether to fell a tree or hew the limbs from an enemy.
What have you promised him?
Oh, just a trifle, Eivor. A little problem I believe you can help me with.
Speak your terms plainly, Abbot. I'll decide if the bargain is worth my time.
Ah, your wolf shows its teeth, Basim.
Let's cut to the point. What favor would you ask in exchange for Fulke?
Some weeks ago, our alderman in Kent was called to God. A terrible loss. King Alfred has chosen his replacement, but has not yet announced the name. I must know it. Now.
All of Kent will see soon enough which Thane he has chosen. Why not wait?
I want early access. To woo him, before his exalted position is made public and every fool is at his door.
Who else knows the chosen man?
The king's emissary, sent with a letter of congratulations to the new Elderman. Intercept him and bring me the news. When I know the Thane's name, we'll discuss how I might win his favor.
Interesting. He's a little too devious to be Alderman himself. Mention that King Alfred will not be happy.
Your king will not be happy. His church meddling in his politics.
Does this not delight you, Eivor? A chance to defy Alfred?
I am God's humble shepherd, sent to protect his lambs. If Kent's new Elderman is a wolf, I would blunt his claws.
Yeah, I don't believe
This
that for
emissary.
a second.
How will I find him?
Tunbridge Monastery sent word that the king's men always pass a few nights in their hospitality. Begin there.
I'll get the Elderman's name. You find Fulke.
All in good time. Now, if we're done, I have business up the south coast. Falkenston has the best fish in Wessex.
Then I will find you there, when the Elderman's name is mine.
So he's going fishing.
Cunibert is ambitious, but well connected. We will not find Fulke without him.
I suppose we'll see. What will you do?
I'm not done playing with these Christians yet. I will see you in Falkenston.
Playing with these kids. You know, I was talking with Zios of Zios on Tavir. You know, the channel that I'm streaming on the other day about how this game handles religion, because there's a lot of different religious stuff going on here. You have the majority of people who are Christian, but you also have a large Danish population that are primarily what nowadays we call Norse pagan, following the traditional Norse gods and everything like that. And then, of course, you have some people like Basim and Hatham, who have a more sort of uh, detached, sort of agnostic view of the whole thing. And of course, within those religions, you have people who are true believers and you have people who are not, and everything. And one of the things I really like about what this game does is really play around with the fact that these are all people who are living together and used to living together. This is something we sometimes lack in the United States because we are such a majority Christian culture. Any other religion we face is not just a minority, but one that has very little impact on our society. And it's interesting to see a place where, yes, the Norse pagans are a minority, but they're a large enough and powerful enough minority that they can't just be dismissed out of hand by the Christians. So they have to work together. And for the most part, they do in this game. For the most part, the Christians and the Norse pagans are just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna, worship my God, you worship yours. I think you're wrong. We can work together, which is a kind of interesting thing to see. That's not something you see very often depicted in media. And of course, there are fanatics, and then there's Basim, who seems to sort of like needling religious people, but they are generally depicted in a less than flattering light. The fanatics, and that includes fanatics of either of the religions present in this game. Anyway, Kinibert, Abbot of Kent, a Kentish abbot, who wielded considerable power over his shire, notable to history for his ambition and willingness to leverage religion in pursuit of political power and personal gain. Not exactly the first time that kind of thing has happened, and it certainly won't be the last. Yeah, I don't trust that at all. Because there's a difference between a fanatic who can't depart from his religion for any reason, and a standard believer who is sincere in their beliefs. But at the same time, see if I can get these treasures that are here. But at the same time, I gotta go underground for that. Oh, there it is, the well. But at the same time, isn't duplicitous about it. Like your typical religious person is not a fanatic, but is sincere in their belief. They're not using their belief to manipulate people. They're not using their belief for their own gain. And the people who do use their belief for their own gain, the people who approach it with that sort of cynical political take, those, especially in this game, those are the people you got to watch out for. Guilty pleasure, those stupid monks. They have no idea that I've been smuggling their precious ale out of the priory and selling it to the locals for double. And all right under their noses, men of God, idiots of nothing more like. Ha! That's a good one. I should tell Gineric if he gets his sozzled self here before sundown. Maybe I will have a couple of flagons while I wait. Of course, the monasteries of this day, famous for their booze. Oh, that's not breaking, so clearly I'm supposed to be able to carry it somewhere. Don't know where I would carry it to, though. Interesting, interesting. That might be something I have to deal with later. I try not to explore too far ahead of where the story takes me, because a lot of these places I am going to go to in the story, but in this case the story has taken me here, so now while I'm here I want to get all the treasures. Ladder. Drop ladder. Well, let's see if there's anything on this floor.
Almost
qui elegit ma adverso focato, pancantori e me.
Mumbled Latin.
Est estom et
It's
monium
interesting
meam.
that during this period, this is before you had things like praying the rosary and other traditions that encouraged people to be involved with their church and their religion, because that's what a lot of those things did. But back in this day, you pretty much just you were snake. You pretty much just went to church and had a priest mumble Latin at you, and as a peasant, you have no idea what the Latin means, and it's very likely the priest doesn't either. It's very likely the priest is just kind of, fumbling his way through it. I need a key for that. Well, I happen to have seen a key outside. Let's get that. See, there's a key right there. Where is that key? So yes, this was the day when, maybe it's real Latin if the priest is educated, which being a priest was the best way to get educated back in that day. But also maybe it's not. Maybe the priest is just kind of mumbling things that sound good to him. We get through here? Yes, we can. There we go. Of course, that would change later on as the church realized that they wanted to minister more to individual people rather than just go through the rituals, because going through the rituals meant that people ended up not really believing a lot of it. Secret ale recipe. The secret ingredient to our famous ale's smooth flavor and tender aroma is using fresh silphium in the mix. This yellow flower was something Saint Adrian himself brought from his birthplace of Cyrenaica, Africa, along with this ancient recipe. It is also rumored to have some contraceptive effects, but use this method at your own risk. Silphium, if I recall correctly, is a currently extinct plant that is believed to have had contraceptive effects and was used very heavily in ancient times, to the point that it is now extinct. I don't know. I don't know enough about botany and things like that to know if there's any truth to the idea that it was a contraceptive, or how that might be the case. But I believe I'm correct in saying that's the story. I thought I could get out there, but apparently I can't. Smash all the jars like I'm Link. Interesting. I did not realize that silphium had apparently survived until the 9th century, assuming that's accurate. It's sometimes tricky with the Assassin's Creed games to figure out what's accurate and what's not. They try to be pretty accurate, but they're also more than willing to jettison historical accuracy in favor of story or convenience for the plot or something that is cool. No stained glass window for you. Oh dear, I upset the priest apparently. Well, no more mumbling Latin for you, my friend. This where? Yeah, there it is. Not sure why I didn't see that. It was right in front of me. Now let's see if we can open this pesky chest now that we have the key. Yes! That gives me a nickel ingot, which again I can use to improve the quality of some of my items. You can see here, like, this item here is a flawless quality thing. Once I get its level... Pardon me. Oh, its level is already maxed. Once I manage to get some tungsten ore, I can upgrade it to mythical quality. These right here are mythical qualities. I have one more level to upgrade with that, which is going to take some iron, some leather, and a bunch of titanium. And then once I get up there, I can upgrade it to divine quality. which is what my axe is right now. And as you can see, I've not yet leveled up the axe completely. I still got 4 levels to go because that takes a lot of titanium. Titanium is a bit thin on the ground. It's hard to find. You can buy it in shops, which is nice. What are you doing, guy on a horse? I don't trust you. You glow red. Glowing red means you're a bad guy, and I never question this. Okay, where am I going? Down to there. Tunbridge Monastery looks like it needs to be conquered. So let's do that. Let's head down to... That looks like a dock there. Convenient place to be a dock. Let's go down there. Huh?
Augustine said, seek not to understand that you may believe, but believe. Augustine said, seek not to understand that you...
Where are you?
Augustine said, seek not to understand that you may believe, but believe that you may understand.
In the 4 centuries since Augustine, many advances have been made in our understanding of the scripture.
Oh, is he still trying to defend himself? Poor guy. Is there anything I can do to help him? Hope there's something I can do to help him later on. I kind of feel bad. I myself, I'm not a particularly religious person. But, you know, I think people should be able to believe what they want. As long as it's not, like, you know, something horribly disgusting and violent or something like that. But, no, I don't feel I need to go around debunking people's religions. Unless they want to have that kind of academic conversation, in which case I'm more than happy to have that academic conversation. It is something of a hobby of mine. There's a time and a place, you know. I feel bad about Basil. Just sort of getting that guy defrocked. It's a terrible thing to do. It's terrible. What's he gonna do now? All he knows how to be is a monk. What's he gonna do? You deprived a man of a job. He probably made really great wine. Basim, don't deprive the world of great monk wine. I thought this was a dock. Looks like it's a broken bridge, but that will still work. Oh, not that one. There we go. Oh, my ship. Wow, that was fast.
Och nu, Raun och Reef!
Turn around that way. And heads towards this monastery, which we're gonna raid.
More sails!
Alright, we're going to Viking now. Because again, Viking was a profession. It was not who the people were, it was what they did. Viking were people who went raiding. When they're not going raiding, they're just Danes. Where is the spot to raid? Ah, there it is.
Hearken well in Hall of Kings. An ocean treasury.
Here we go.
Won't take long.
Now
We fight!
after all of my talk about tolerance, oh, they cast spells here. That's
Take the plunder!
after all my talk about tolerance, we're about to just, you know, murder everybody in the monastery. Because again, Viking. I threw his own arrow back at him. Oh, apparently I can't use that ability while I'm on perch on the ridge. Or perch on the ridge. Alright, let's see who else we have. Murder. There's some stuff we need to raid, but first I want to get rid of all the baddies. And by baddies, I mean, you know, people innocently defending their monastery. Yeah, that's right. Take your own arrow back at you.
Spill some in it. Oh, suffer.
I'm shooting arrows at my guy. We're raiding you. Have some respect. Just roll over and let it happen. Why must these people actually try to defend their home and lifestyle?
Try to flank!
You're a big fella. Up on your head there. There you go.
Watch my lead.
Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button there. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright. Well, I'm back now, at least.
The end is now.
Oh, he wasn't shooting at me. That's a shame. I was gonna get to catch his thing and fire it back at him. Oh, that's not gonna be right. There. Oh, right, I'm outside, which means I get to summon my wolf if I want to. And I do. I do want to. I have a wolf.
Give me a hand with this!
Let's burst in here. And you know, it's the news today makes bursting your way into a church and just slaughtering everybody a little bit. And there's some moral disconnect, which again, accurate. I mean, you can't say that the Vikings didn't raid people. What does this say? Order for bells. God has blessed these bells. Their forceful knelling will protect us from the Vikings. About that. We have orders from all over Wessex and can barely keep up with the demand for our miraculous chimes. God be praised, Vikings be damned. 3 small bells for Sussex, 1 large bell for Canterbury, 2 large bells for Essex. Well, apparently they're using false advertising. Ooh, big chest.
Give me a hand!
Come on, help me open this up. Let's see what's in here. There we go, raw materials. That's what I need to improve our settlement and build new buildings. Raw materials and supplies, both things needed to build the settlement. Supplies you can get lots of places, but raw materials only you can only get those the first time you raid a particular monastery.
Come here a moment.
Any additional times do not get you raw materials. Which means you can only get new raw materials by expanding your territory. Or at least expanding how far you go with Viking. More raw materials. Yay. Yay. I think we're got the bad guys pretty much taken care of here. So these little ones that I'm marking right here are not treasures that I need to get, but they are treasures that I want to get. This one you can see the red there, which means I have to. For that, ladders down. That guy has some stuff on him. Got silver, some hunter arrow. You go through a lot of ammo in this game. Get some light here. You go through a lot of ammo in this game, but you also get a lot of ammo in this game, so it all kind of works out. No, no, I say to your stained glass window. Just showing that I'm not playing myself, because in the real world, I would never harm a piece of art like that. Wow, stained glass windows are so difficult to make. That just... I really thought that would take me someplace interesting, but no, apparently it doesn't. Let's go out here because this has a zip line and I love zip lines. Oh, there's some more bad guys that I missed. My hood up, see if I can sneak up on one of them. Oh, no, apparently not. Yeah, my guys. They're my guys. I love my guys. Like a knee to the throat there, buddy. Oh, that fire seems to be working well. Blackish purple Drusilla. That will hurt your health but add to your adrenaline. At the moment, though, I don't need more adrenaline. Here's some guys. Once again, try to sneak up on them. Let's see if that works. Hard to do in the middle of a battle. Sometimes it works. No, it didn't work. That's okay. If he sees me, he just gets the axe.
God, my blows!
Where are you? Oh, did my guys get you? My guys got you. You're dead now. So yeah, there was some of this in the previous game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Can't do this alone.
With the moral disconnect. Or you're not necessarily the good person. You're not necessarily the good guy, you're just the protagonist. Now, you're not the bad guy either. No, the people I'm taking out are hardly paragons of virtue. But it's not like I'm saving the people or fighting great tyranny or anything like that. I'm a violent colonizer. But it's still a fun game. You know, just because I don't agree with the character I'm playing does not mean that it's not a fun game. Oh, hey, more guys I missed. Oh, one guy that I missed. On a horseback, riding by. I didn't miss him. He's new. In fact, I don't even think I need to worry about him. Some bell molds. It's interesting. Presumably for casting bells. Okay, so that door is barred.
This side must be barred.
Which means I need another way in here so I can open the barred door. What are you doing in here, guy? What are you doing? The yogi got called the bow. Dude, you're right in front of me. You're not going to get a bow shot off when you're right in front of me. Oh, hey, nickel again. Oh, there's an arbalest there. I got to get rid of him. Arbalests hit hard if you give them time to actually crank their thing up. They got one of those heavy crossbows that you wind up with a crank.
Snuff you out!
A weird glitch there where you couldn't see me over the entirely open fence, but hey, complex game, that happens sometimes. Is there a place here? Looks like there is. Yes, in we go. Now we smash the bar on the door. And we can loot the chest. Let's see if there's anything else in here to get. Need to loot the chest because that gives you the iron and the leather and stuff like that you need. You can also find that by wandering around and getting stuff, but that is a very slow and tedious process. Much, much easier just to get it from these little chests, as long as you make sure that you loot everything. My time as an adventure gamer has taught me always loot everything, always look everywhere, always grab everything and keep it in your backpack forever. That's right. Playing Final Fantasy games, I will buy 99 potions and never use any of them.
Come, help me with
I might
this.
need them for a bigger fight. Oh wait, the boss fight's over. I won. More raw materials. That's a good haul. I'll be able to buy some more buildings when I get them.
A good haul. Let's go.
Yep. Good haul. I think that's it. I don't... Oh, nope. One more light. One more little gold blink there. Let me get that.
Yay!
One's not difficult to get. It's right there in the open. Yay. Get some more supplies. Some silver. Wonderful. You boys head back to the ship. I am going to go this way and actually finish the quest near here. The Tunbridge Inn. They show up at the Tunbridge Inn and be like, what? Monastery was on fire? I had no idea. I completely missed it. What do I know about fires? Make sure the raid is actually over. Yes, it is. Now we're in a distrust area. A distrust area means they won't necessarily attack on sight unless you get too close to them. See, this is what I was talking about where you can find some iron on the ground. But, like, it's 6 and 4, not very much iron at all. So it's just a lot easier to get those in the little chests. In a distrust area, you want to keep the hood up. Unlike in an active, restricted area, in a distrust area, they're not going to notice you unless you get very close to them. Yeah, see, I didn't even notice the monastery on fire, man. That happened? Whoa, that's crazy. So how about them local sports teams?
If Alfred's emissaries spend a few days here, someone may know where he went.
Well, let's ask around then about that emissary. Well, there's somebody to ask. Hey, buddy. Hello, lady. Lady, stop so I can talk to you. Lady. Oh, lady.
Get away with you!
Get away with me. So forward.
I'm in no mood for wind belching, so choose your words well.
I heard the king's men came through here, caused a stir. A man of your wit noticed them, I bet.
I am witty. Finally, someone sees. I'm always telling the wife, but will she listen? Will she bollocks?
Alfred's emissary. Where?
Will she
Him and the bard
bollocks?
ended up in a copse by the
Classic.
bridge doing Lord knows what. Sounded like they were murdering a cat.
Singing?
If you say so.
Singing.
Stay away from me, stranger.
Aw, so mean. And I'm so nice. You know what? I'm not chopping people into tiny bits.
I'm busy. Leave me be.
Welcome.
Such mean people. Ah, here we go. Let's see the shop. This is the mount shop. I'm gonna switch out the mount for a Havarder. A cat that is on fire. You still watching Zayas? I'm about to ride a cat that's on fire, which is awesome. My raven's already on fire. This bird is on fire.
Until next we meet.
I have to go. See you soon.
Do that soon, but before we do that, let's find out about this emissary. That is a barred
Must be
door
blocked from
leading
the other
there.
side.
Let's jump around this way.
Flugas! Flugas!
Oh, that didn't work. Thought maybe I could burn through the floor. Let's see. Gotta be an entrance. Oh, wait. Ha. Not an entrance, but a shot. I shoot over the guy's head. There we go. Pay no heed to the arrow that just whizzed by your ear there, my buddy. Just want to talk.
Who are you? Loitering and lollygagging.
Really?
I'm looking
that's
for
what
someone.
You're upset with?
An
Not the
emissary
arrows?
from Alfred. Have you seen such a man?
Ooh, la-di-da. Listen to you, all high and mighty. Get away with you, you valley lily.
Your insults seem entirely disconnected from what's going on, sir.
If you would rather feel the edge of my blade, it can be arranged.
Yeah, that I respect. Forceful, to the point, as refreshing as a summer ale.
Right.
You're a strange fish. Did you see the man or not?
I did. He was getting pie-eyed with that bard Gowan and causing quite a ruckus. They left together. See? That wasn't hard, was it?
Harder than it should have been.
There was a bard drinking with the emissary. I should find him, see if he knows anything.
Let us find this bard before he can romance the local monsters. Since, as we all know, that is what bards do. Where are you, cat? Oh, there you are. Go, fire cat, go! Alright, find and speak to the bard. Let's see where he is. He's there. Oh, and there's a runestone there. Anything else we've got? This is really something I should do periodically, is check to see what resources are around. I don't care about iron or leather, because I get those from chests. But opals, I care about. Titanium, I care about. So we're going to take a brief detour before we go there. Grab this titanium. There we go. I'm getting a serious case of the Tiffany effect with titanium. Like it just doesn't seem right that a medieval society would use titanium. That just doesn't seem correct. I don't know how historically accurate that is. I don't know if Assassin's Creed's got that right, but it just doesn't seem correct. But then again, that's the Tiffany effect. Have you heard of this thing, the Tiffany effect? The fact is, Tiffany is actually a medieval name.
Scob can't have gone far.
Tiffany is actually a medieval name. It would be perfectly in keeping with the times to run into somebody in this game named Tiffany. But that doesn't sound right to us. To us, Tiffany is a very modern name and kind of a sort of like Valley Girl sort of name.
So cold. Someone stole my trews.
Someone stole his trews.
Fanny, Fanny, fair art thee.
Where are you going, my sweet
Interesting.
lady?
Musical musings. These bells. What incredible music they make. It's like the singing of angels. Ways to bury them away in churches. I would love to compose great work to harness their beauty. The deep knell of the largest, provide the anchor of the piece, the harmonious tolling of the smaller bells. Would be the choir, and the smallest would soar above the tune. A discant chimes. Go on the bar. All right,
You
buddy.
there! You alive?
Patience is a tired horse. Ploddity plod plod.
Another tottering teat sucker who can't hold his drink. Let's clear your head.
Well, I know what to do about this. You want to sober up a bard? Da, 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 da. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do either. I meant to throw it. Can I not throw him? Apparently I can't throw him. There we go.
It's cold as a witch's tit in here!
Ha 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 ha!
God's truce! Fire on you! What infernal wakes me?
What is it he has with Trues? What's his issue with Trues?
Are you the tail weaver?
Gowan the dandelion. For the seeds of
Gowan
my
the
stories
dandelion.
flit upon the winds of Wessex. But why, mule, do you kick my noggin?
You and Alfred's emissary were drinking in the tavern. Tell me where he went.
Were we? I was so ale-addled. Perhaps a small and silver thing upon my palm might help me recall?
Oh, he's a bard, all right. 165 silver. That's highway robbery. You can't see it because my avatar's in the way, but it wanted me to pay him 165 silver.
No one would drown themselves in weeping with one less bard in the world. Tell me what you know.
You Danes aren't much for bargaining, are you? He was heading for the White Coast to the southeast. Dover Fortress.
My thanks, and in return, wisdom. Too much beer piping will grow a fool in wit and words.
My thanks, weaver of the obvious. Now leave me to my unholy punishment.
The emissary made for Dover Fortress on the southeast coast.
All right. Well, let's see where we're going there. Going this way. Wow, that's a long ways. So let's start with him. And we'll go there. That means that one of my fellow players in a different game, like a different instance of this game, rather, but one of my fellow players met an untimely end, and so I get the chance to avenge them for a little bit of XP and coin. Apparently he died raiding this monastery. Or she died. The either one, really. There they are. This
Runes matching
back
those
bin.
made by Saxon weapons. I know where to look for my prey.
There's one. The good thing is this is Dunbridge Monastery, which I've already killed everyone in. So all I have to do is find the right people and confirm that they're dead. There's one who's dead. Don't you dare do that to Kara. Don't I dare do what to Kara? Throw her in the river? Oh hey, somebody's still alive. Not for long. Da 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 da. Confirming that kill. But why would I throw her in the river? I don't even play a character in that game. I'm the game master.
Your killer has been
Now,
slain.
depending on how
Rest
you
well,
treat one of my
stranger.
NPCs, one of them might throw you in the river. But that's hardly my fault. That's just me, portraying them realistically. That's my job. Speaking of which, we do. If you want to see Kara possibly get thrown in a river, she's not going to get thrown in a river. If you want to see Kara and other characters, I kill him. We are streaming Pathfinder tomorrow, hopefully. Not entirely sure we're going to get to stream it because the holidays are difficult and all my players might not be able to make it. But if they can, we're going to stream Pathfinder. If they can't, we will stream something else. Something will get strummed. Strummed. I don't know. I'm gonna go kill this guy. This guy that I'm going up against is a zealot. He works for the Order of the Ancients. He has a clue towards one of the other Order of the Ancient agents. They are also very difficult to kill. So I must be perspicacious. And by perspicacious, I mean we're gonna run up here and then shoot him with an arrow. There we go, finally got him. The distant target. Now he's gonna panic, gonna run up here. I hit him again. A long ways away, it's a difficult shot to make. Barely even see him. Can he get back on his horse? Bastard. You know what? Oh, there you are. Ride, kitty. Ride. Can't believe he got back on his horse. The jerk. Oh, great. Now there's a lot of baddies.
No! Get the murdering heathen!
Murdering heathen? Oh! Did you just... Did you just hit me with a thing of alcohol, you jerk? A good cloak. Sorry, Physic. Still in mourning about Rob Reiner.
With me, brother!
Such a tragedy. I did the Princess Bride. Now he's gone. Just for the record, despite rumors to the contrary, as far as I know, there's still no understanding of why that tragedy happened.
You're not pretty.
Wow, just all the guys. All the guys are here. Hail, the gang's all here. Ooh. It's time to... Meanwhile, this guy's gotten quite a ways distant from me, so I'm gonna hijack this horse. And every time I kill one of the Goliaths in this game now, I'm gonna be sad, because I'm reminded of Rob Reiner. A lot of guys on these roads. Let's go cross country then, how about? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There we go. Let's get into arrow distance. Come. These guys are hard to kill. Oh, you jerk. Flashbangs? Really? Flashbangs? Take that. Then get your head stomped on. Then take that again. And get your head stomped on again. And get your head stomped on again twice. That hurt. And have a wolf. And get your head stomped on yet a fourth time. Jerk. Da-dee-da-dee-da.
No more winters for you.
Better to die than face my lords. I hope my Magister Magnus forgives me. For so long, I looked to him for guidance, for order.
If your honor is slow, a true lord cannot forgive you. They cannot.
Now I will turn my gaze to Warden, Tiwar, and Shunor. I will continue to turn until I find some forgiveness.
You will spin and drill yourself to an endless bottom.
Vengeful when it comes to people's afterlives. That's the thing. Let's see what his deal was. Woden, pagan hole. Left for dead in a burial bit full of pagans. Woden clambered out and spent the next 2 years tracking down those who killed his fellow villagers, one by one. None survived the meeting. A much trusted courier, Woden often relays messages for the sickle. And that gave me information about the sickle. Investigate Meldon's Saltern camp along the eastern coast of Essex. Excellent. Note from the order. Rank incompetence by underlings has delayed the delivery of the key ingredient the sickle seeks for her bread. Tell her to make excuses to delay her bread delivery for obvious reasons. We will inform her directly when the ingredient has been procured at Meldon's Saltern camp. So the evil plot here is making bread. This is my map of all the Order members, as you can see. These are unknown Order members that I still need to find clues for. These are people I know who they are, but I can't get them just yet because they're kind of bosses. And these are the Zealots, who everyone I've run into I have managed to kill, but there are still 6 left. Somewhere in the world. Oh hey, I can upgrade something. Let's upgrade the Twilight Hood. Yes. Yeah. Oh, apparently this can't be upgraded to Divine. Apparently Mythical's as far as that one goes. Oh well. Mysterious Halter Tablet, an ancient artifact made from a mysterious material. It represents the halter of Clydno Iden. May be of use one day. Okay. And I got an Order of the Ancient Medallion, which I get off of every Order of the Ancient that I kill. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, I need your horse.
Ah! Nice try! Now you pay!
That never happens. It's weird. Oh wait, I didn't need his horse. I have a fire cat. Go, fire cat. Now let's go scale this peak that I was supposed to be a lot closer to, but I had to chase that guy forever. And yeah, look how far I had to chase that guy. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, we're going to get to that peak there. Don't you dare do that to Kara. Kara is a cat girl monk, played by Zyos of the Zyos and Tavir channel. You can join me as Game Master and Zyos as Kara, and Tavir as Little Paul, and Celestia as Elowen, and Shadow as Baxter Bones, and Rexty as Henrietta. Tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we play a late night game because we have two players who are in the United Kingdom and they play an early morning game. And once again, not sure yet if all of my players are going to be able to make it because at least one of them is on holiday vacation and they are going to try to make it, but that cannot be guaranteed until the day of. But even if we can't run our Pathfinder game, we will stream something. There will be entertainment. This I did that again. So the problem here is that sometimes my mouse moves over the other screen, and I don't know how to make it stop doing this on my double screen setup. I'm going to have to mess with this before I run this game again. So this isn't a problem with most games, because most games, when you're in free look mode like this, the mouse does not get on another screen, and I don't know why this one keeps doing that. But as my mouse drifts over to the other screen, you went to make matcha cookies. I hope you made matcha cookies for me. Oh, look at how lovely that view is. I want matcha cookies. Anyway, there will absolutely be something strummed tomorrow morning. Strummed. Alright, we are still working our way downtown. Wait, no. Down to here. There, that's what I want. So we may as well head this way and check out Canterbury, the famous city of Canterbury. One of the most important cities, both historically and, I believe I'm correct in saying, still in the modern day. And which Tavir was here, who is actually a resident of England, and could fact check some of this stuff for me, because much as I enjoy English pop culture, I have never actually visited the Sceptered Isle, the jewel of the North Atlantic. Or at least so they call themselves. Sheep! Sheep are, of course, domesticated, but I can still hunt them. And get sheep meat. Kind of a mean thing to do with whoever owns the sheep, but then again, I am a Viking. I'm not stopping to kill each of these guys. I could. Be interesting. Might get some minor rewards from it. So we're stopping by Canterbury. We're going to climb that high space first. And then we'll go ahead to distrust area. But that means I probably should not go into the main gate. Probably should not go in the main gate. But I am definitely... Wait, am I gonna climb the church here? The church run by the famous Archbishop of Canterbury, the Archbishop of England, because of course this is prior to Henry VIII, which means England was still entirely Catholic. Of course, after Henry VIII, the Archbishop of Canterbury became the ecclesiastical authority over the Church of England. Oh. Huh?
What now? Hey! Knock the birdie off its perch! No escape!
Not stand in fire. Standing in fire is bad. Just a little contained tussle. No one saw anything. Ooh. People I can blend with.
Valde in regno de... An Brentena ers!
I want to go that way though, so let's blend in with these guys. Am I blending in? Doesn't really show. I've not done this before. Sure look like I'm blending in. I've got my little arms folded. No, don't go that way. I want to blend in.
Itaque motorumque Christi fidelium explentes.
There we go.
Qui sinistra tristis terram atque. Illuc vagabantur incertis sunt dies et noctes, in terra quoram domino quia multis eos, utiles promisit dilationem.
Ie Jesu requiem. Whack. Oh, Die Jesu Domine. Whack. Dona es requiem. Whack. For those familiar with Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, a classic comedy movie.
Tabes et felisoro tumuit armis venit pluviali.
Vene
Vel
vidi vici.
focibus auida mures
I don't know much
necne.
Latin.
Hecres tristes. E non cupidum eorum.
I know enough about it to know the grammar is some of the complexities of the grammar, but like I don't know how to speak Latin. I don't know how to read Latin or write Latin. Again, during this time, very few people knew. Canterbury Seminary. Yes, let me in. I don't know if I need to blend in with these guys. I just kind of feel like I should, because I haven't had an opportunity to do such a thing elsewhere yet. I think it's a pretty cool thing to blend in with these guys. It's a bit of a throwback to Assassin's Creed 2.
Itaque motorumque Christi
Way back
fidelium
in the day.
explentes. Qui sinistra tristis terram atque. Illuc vagabantur
Ezio
incertis sunt dies et noctes, in terra quoram domino quia multis eos,
Yes.
utiles promisit dilationem.
There's a thing up there.
Siamenta sunt mihi.
see what we can get up there with. Yes, there is the edge of that. I want to get up there. And we'll get up there at all. Go this way, climb along the windows, get to that balcony, get to the balcony. There we go. And up and over. Let's read this. A respectful scroll. I write this in honor of Lord Augustin, first Archbishop of Canterbury, sent here by Blessed Gregory, Bishop of the city of Rome, who with the help of God and aided by miracles guided King Ethelbert and his people from the worship of idols to the faith of Christ. Enzo says, all I know is you're safe unless you start hearing exorcizamus te omnis immundus spiritus omnis satanica potestas. If you start hearing that in this church, somebody's being very naughty. Something else to read. What is this? Oh no, something to collect. Ah, it's another part of the Rigzoger, or the Saga of Rig. Part 6, The Golden Dragon Who Climbed Mountains. News of Rig's wealth and war savvy made rival kingdoms angry, and the ancient lords of Elmer. They made glue there. The ancient lords of Elmer were especially angry, and sought allies to overthrow him. Bolli had ventured to England and allied with this bitter kingdom and kidnapped Solveig, planning a great torture of her, whom was now mother of 6 boys and 4 girls. With Solveig captured, Rig set out along the river with 12 ships, but was pushed back in the Vale of Odin, which was the only path that led to their castle within the mountains. Their golden ships were no match for the well-defended fortress of the Elmatians and Bolli in the thick brush. Retreating in anger, Rig then noticed a plume of smoke rising from their castle over a great peak. He stopped and commanded his men to carry their ships over the mountain. Great numbers of them died as a storm approached, but Rig pushed on, and as the morning fog settled, Elmatian scouts noticed golden dragon heads looking at them. Panic-stricken, they screamed, "Dragons! Dragons from the hills!" Sending soldiers and folkspeople into a frenzy, Rig took advantage of this turmoil and destroyed the kingdom completely, saving Solveig and cleaving off Bolli's head, using it to sing for 8 straight nights of song and drinking. After this day, Rig was known as the Golden Flying Dragon. Pretty cool story. I've got a couple pages of or more than a couple. I've got a bunch of pages of the Rigzoger at this point. Still don't have all of them. Still looking for some more. Also interested to see what kind of reward I get when I do manage to get all of the parts of the Rigzoger. Well, this was a delightful diversion, but I did originally come here to climb this seminary and see the vantage point from this seminary. So I think I should go back to that now. Ah, spiders. No spider webs. There are not spiders in this game, as no doubt Zios would be happy to see. Arachnophobes need worry not, there are only cobwebs, no actual spiders. Now let us climb, towards the peaks, towards the steeple. Where is... It's up here? I wait. I'm on the wrong building. Lol. No, I have to get to that eye peak there, the one with the cross on it. I imagine that Eivor is the kind of person who'd be like, the Christians are fine, but why do they all have these lowercase t's? Bit of an interesting thing if you think about it, the fact that they use the symbolism of Jesus' death to celebrate him. Not necessarily a bad thing, just an interesting cultural thing.
Go, Sunan.
These are the questions that I like thinking about. Why? How did this happen? Because, in the early days, they used a fish. Fish was a useful secret symbol that they could use to avoid persecution. And it was very easy to use as a sign countersign, because one person, I don't know if you see the Christian fish, but the tail overlaps. They're actually made of two curves, and only two curves. The entire shape is made just from two curves. Which means that if you met somebody that you thought was a Christian and might be a fellow Christian, you could draw one curve in the dirt, and if they weren't a fellow Christian, it's just a curve. Strange, perhaps, but nothing particularly noteworthy. But if they are a fellow Christian, they know to draw the second curve to make the fish, and thus you can identify each other through persecution. Very useful thing indeed. But I guess after the Roman persecutions, that was no longer so much of a problem after Constantine made Christianity the official religion of Rome. So the fish is still used sometimes on like cardboard stickers and stuff, but it has mostly been subsumed by the cross at this point. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in Canterbury. I am actually going to do all the Canterbury stuff later. I think I'm just about done for the day. Let's do my skill points. What was I working towards? I was working towards something down here, I remember. Ah, here we go. Yes. Get from my inventory for that. A new page of the Rigzogr, and I got a new codex entry. Let us see a location. I bet it's Eildworm. Eildworm hill figures like megaliths were often seen as a way to exert control over a landscape that must have seemed sometimes frightening and immutable to primitive civilizations. The chalk figure of a snake was probably an appeal to some forgotten god, but by modern times its meaning was lost to history. And the white cliffs of Dover, famous in song and fable. The 8-mile stretch of coastline on either side of the town of Dover is renowned for its striking, sheer white cliffs of chalk. The chalk is made up of countless trillions of coccoliths, the skeletons of tiny algae, piled up in layers and crushed, quite macabre when you think about it. Famous white cliffs of Dover. Anyway, I think that will be it for me.
Ut congregentur ad mar.
Thank you so much for spending time with me as I did my streaming. As I've said several times, we will be streaming tomorrow, Pathfinder or something in its place if I can't get all my players together. And then we will also be streaming on Wednesday, and we will also be streaming on Thursday. Hopefully Star Wars The Old Republic on Thursday. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping. And then, because it's about to be the Life Day celebration in Star Wars The Old Republic, so that will be interesting. And then who knows when I'll stream, because at this point I've just been sort of getting on whenever I feel like it, as sort of extra stuff. So I might do more Once Human, I might do more of Valhalla, I might do some other stuff. Who knows, really? How can any of us know where the winds of fate will take us? You think I have a plan? I have no plans. Anyways, thank you very much for spending time with me. I have been Serpent, and remember, to look into my eyes, relax, and enjoy your video games. Bye-bye.